Yo! Last night was dope. Still on a buzz. And just pulled up at the homie Moe's place. About to record some vocals. Luckily it's only background vocals and not leads, because my voice is a little bit tired. So let's see how it goes. So we are in the studio with GimmeMoe.
What's up?
And we are revisiting a very old song of mine called We Ain't Friends. I think it's 2014. What we're doing now is re-recording certain vocal elements that we did as part of the song. And what we figured out was that you might encounter some phase issue, and we're going to get a bit technical now. You might encounter some phase issues if you don't stack your vocals properly. So in the past you would just stack, right? Sing 2 or 3 or 4 passes of the same vocal and stack it that way. What we did was we just copied and pasted and then reversed the phase on the one track. But it still didn't sound 100%. We released the track like 4 years ago and it sounded fine, but I think we can make it sound even better. Why are we doing it 4 years later? Because we can. And it's all part of the hard drive project, so that all these unreleased songs can go on one compilation. And we want to, with the knowledge that we've built up over the past 4 years on top of the experience from that time, we just want to make the stuff sound even better. So that's what we're going to do now. On a side note, what a lot of modern producers are doing now is they don't necessarily stack vocals anymore. They'll have one good lead and then they'll use plugins like vocoders, Soundtoys Alter Boy, or Antares Throat to create copies of that lead vocal, do high and low octaves, and then different detuning settings or like tone settings, so that it sounds like they stacked the vocals, but they didn't really. Side note. Anyway, let me do this thing.
Yeah, also an important thing I think a lot of artists don't understand is that sometimes the way you pronounce the words or the way you shape your mouth, the way you say certain things may sound totally different to how you would usually pronounce them. But in order to get it across and record it correctly, you have to say it differently. Like the word that what we're actually doing is it's ooh.
Yeah.
It's ooh. But the way we pronounce it in certain tones or certain certain types of voices, actually contributes to that, that ooh that we're looking for as a group.
And the reason why I'm doing such a sort of a aggressive first note is for the attack, like to get that the vibe. That's why you get like oh, what's it? What? I've just lost the notes completely now. But anyway, but what I'm getting at is what we're getting at is like, because when you put it in the track with the drums, the swing of it, then it sounds like a very impactful start of each bar, and then it's kind of mellow and it swings, and then attack again. So there's method behind the madness. Even if we just take like parts of it, not that whole take, but the best parts of it to make a good like bar, like 4-count bar, 4-beat bar, that'll get looped throughout the song.
As long as we keep it on the same track.
Exactly.
As long as we keep it on the same track. Okay, let's do
Next
that
one
last
is-
one.
And I remember I did 4 of those, I think. Mm.
Sounds a lot cleaner than that.
Sounds a
the
lot
previous one,
cleaner.
yeah.
Is the mic on? Is that why it's...
Yeah, the mic is on. I can mute it. Just getting some feedback.
Mm.
And then track.
Bitch didn't know, bitch didn't know. I'm just a person, yes, I could be a person. Didn't know.
I need to do a pass of that bass, because the bass we also doubled up.
I'm just a person, yes, I could be a person. Didn't know. I'm just a person, yes, I could be a person. Didn't know.
Let's do that bass.
I think what you do is do one take of the bass so I can keep it
Yeah,
sort
center.
of center.
Well, then we don't need to do it because it's already in the track, isn't it? In the original.
Yeah, it is in the original.
But I want to do one pass of the vocal percussion because that we doubled.
So I give it a different way. Let's just like do a take without recording.
Bring the beat back. Bitch didn't know we could do it like that. Give me more. Bring the beat back. Bitch didn't know. Bitch didn't know. I'm just a person.
Want to hear what I'm doing? Want to hear what I'm doing?
Okay, let's play. I've got a in the DJ pack. I think we've got it.
With the beatbox.
Give me. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Not that one.
And shot is. And shot. Bring the beat back. Bitch didn't know we could do it like that. Give me more. Bring the beat back. Bitch didn't know. Bitch didn't know. Yeah. And shot is the combine tonight. And shot it got it going on. And shot it don't mind if I just converse and
Okay, got it?
Yeah. And I also did one where I just do the snare sound.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why we doubled up on the bass was because we had it on either side of the bass guitar, so that the bass is in the bass
The bass is
guitar
in
is
the
in the
center.
center. So I think that was the reasoning behind doubling it. Well, let's do this beatbox.
Let's do a couple of takes of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got enough there to work with. Even if it's slightly loose, like it adds to the swing.
The swing of it. Yeah, that's important. Eh? I don't think people don't understand that. Like everything is so quantized and
Yeah.
perfectly on time, and if it's not on time, it actually.
I mean, there's
adds to the
certain
song.
things that's regimented, like the kick and snare in the programmed kick and snare is very like on point. So these vocal percussions like add to the swing. Yeah, there's already like a nice tip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
Slightly like but even if we get like 1 or 2 bars, that's cool. And like
Like, I think it's over here. It's
Yeah.
somewhere around here in the middle. Yeah.
I think yes, that bar over there is cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, let me just do a pass of the snares.
Yeah, there was one like that. I actually have an idea that we can try also afterwards.
Those little breath sounds in between, like, kind of adds to
It adds to
the
the vibe.
swing as well.
What I was thinking is, can you do like live?
I do. There are finger
Okay.
snaps in
We
the.
did finger snaps.
We did, yeah, and we don't need to double that because I think I took a 8-bar loop
Mm.
and cut it in half, and then layered the two because I looked at the waveforms, they all look different, so we don't have to worry about
Okay,
that.
so I forgot about that. We did that already.
Let me do a pass of the bass just in case we need it. I don't know that bottom note, like I was struggling with that bottom note.
But it does sound better than the one that's currently in the track.
Just like slightly. Yeah, that one note there was a bit. And just as a side note, another side note, this is how the song actually started. We had nothing else. This is what Mo was talking about in one of his live videos, is that we didn't have the instrumentation And he said, why don't you just do it with your mouth? And this is how the song actually started 5 years ago.
Yeah. So no instruments, just vocal, just recording, take after take after take.
And then Mo layered some live drums with this, and that was the track basically. And that's what I took home and wrote the verses, and the chorus was actually the first thing that came to mind, because the verse was written like way before to a different song. And that's also another note for songwriters: don't throw away things that you write, because it might not have worked out for one track or instrumental track that you wrote to, but it could work for something completely different as well. Maybe not the melody, maybe the lyrics, maybe the melody and not the lyrics, but don't throw anything away. Am I in? I don't think I'm in.
Give me more, bring the beat back. Bitch didn't know we could do it like that. Give me more. Bow wow, can't do talking. We ain't friends, but I'm so beneficial.
And that was the master of 4 years ago. And there was just something about the song that when it plays on radio that I didn't like. For some, I don't know if it's I'm tempted to not blame radio stations, because other songs sounded fine on air. So I thought, is there something wrong with our mix, our master? What is it? Because for some other reason, it just sounded like it was being squashed, or certain things were getting lost in the mix when it plays on radio. So what we're trying to do is to create a better mix and master, so that when it does play out on radio, that it can compete with other things that are on air at the same time.
Yeah, I love this song. I love this song.